Everyone, this Kyrie Irving drama just continues to be a roller coaster ride. We constantly keep getting new reports and new possibilities in regards to Kyrie Irving being a Laker, whether he stays with the Nets, whatever ends up happening. Sooner or later, I do think Kyrie Irving becomes a Laker. Now, the idea is that the Nets don't want Russell Westbrook and that Westbrook would have to go to another team. Now, we've talked about the San Antonio Spurs willing to take on Westbrook for a first-round pick. In this scenario, the Lakers are going to lose both their first rounds, right? You got to send one to the Spurs for a thank you for getting taking on Russell Westbrook, and then one goes to the Nets to get Kyrie Irving, probably a pick swap, things like that. It becomes a bit of a mess, and the Lakers end up losing all of their assets, which the Lakers are trying to avoid. So I did a full deep dive video into the Russell Westbrook to the Spurs. I'll link that video down in the description below. But the reason I'm making this video is because a new suitor for Russell Westbrook may have just emerged. According to Mark Stein, Russell Westbrook to the Knicks could be a real possibility. Now, the Knicks are trying to currently trade for Donovan Mitchell. And if they go and get Donovan Mitchell, then the idea is we want to go and trade for Russell Westbrook. The Nets want to move off of some of their long-term contracts. Julius Randle, Evan Fournier, Derrick Rose likely gets the matching salaries for Russell Westbrook. The Lakers get these assets, get these pieces to add depth, and end up trading Russell Westbrook to the New York Knicks. Now, from the New York Knicks standpoint, I understand they want to move off these assets, but I do not understand Westbrook to the Knicks. Now, it did make sense before, and Russell Westbrook to the Knicks has been linked for quite some time. I mean, even during the season last year, there was talks about Westbrook being traded to the Knicks, and it makes sense from the Knicks standpoint as like, you know, you got that headliner, you got that blockbuster player, it's going to put butts in the seats. He's a New York kind of guy, that motor, nonstop, keep going type thing. But you have Jalen Brunson. So the Donovan Mitchell trade in general just doesn't make a lot of sense to me to begin with, because you have Donovan Mitchell and you have Jalen Brunson, who are both essentially the same player, right? 6'1" guards, don't play a lot of defense, and can get you 20 to 25 a game. Cool, that's great. But to add Russell Westbrook to that, like, how is that going to fit? How is that going to work? I understand moving off your long-term contracts, but like, what is the long-term goal? Now, if you weren't going to get Donovan Mitchell, Russell Westbrook makes a lot of sense, right? You get Russ, you pair him next to Jalen Brunson, you have that duo. Yeah, you're not great defensively in the backcourt, but you're not going to be great defensively in the backcourt with Donovan Mitchell and Jalen Brunson. But you still get that guy that can be a 30-point-a-game guy. I still believe Russell Westbrook is a 30-point triple-double guy. We've seen it a year ago with the Wizards. He was that guy. Him and Bradley Beal led his team to the playoffs. They weren't a contender, but they were still a playoff team, which the Knicks, they just want butts in the seats. They want fans to get excited, and Westbrook would be that. But to have Donovan Mitchell and pair him with Russell Westbrook, I don't know. It just doesn't add up to me. Like, what do? You put Donovan at the 3 spot? All 3 guys need the ball. All 3 guys need to be effective. I don't know if that fit's going to work. Now, obviously, it makes sense for the Knicks in the sense you move off a salary. You got a $47 million expiring contract. Maybe they buy out Westbrook, and that's the thinking. Okay, we move off these contracts. We Westbrook's salary for a year, we're semi-competitive, and then we kind of retool around Brunson and Mitchell, possibly. But are the Knicks going to really buy him out for $47 million and make these trades and stuff? Like, I don't know if that happens. I don't know if they get there. If it does work with Russell Westbrook, then you could, re-sign him. Westbrook's never going to be a $47 million guy, but he might be a $15 to $18 million guy on certain teams, stuff like that. He still has a lot in the tank. We saw that motor. We saw that drive. He would have played all 82 games for the Lakers if the Lakers didn't make him sit. So I understand the idea of, like, let's go get a guy like Westbrook who can, be our motor, can be our drive, but not if you're going to go trade for Donovan Mitchell, and even with the assets. But the reason that this is a huge positive for the Lakers, if this was to happen, assuming Donovan Mitchell goes to the Knicks, because that's the report from Mark Stein, that they only want to take Donovan Mitchell or they only want to take Russell Westbrook if they can go and trade for Donovan Mitchell. So if they can and they take on Westbrook, well then, Westbrook going to the Knicks, you get some assets. Maybe you can work out one of their, 20 first-round picks or something like that they have, and now you have more assets and a potential trade for the Nets for Kyrie Irving. Maybe you could even work it out to where it's a 3-team deal, where Westbrook goes to the Knicks, maybe the Nets take on like Evan Fournier. Maybe they want Julius Randle. Or maybe they take Evan Fournier, Derrick Rose, something like that, and they're willing to take that. And now you kind of got your replacement for Kyrie Irving. Health is a concern, but Kyrie Irving, is going to miss 20 to 30 games a season anyway, so you don't really lose anything there. It might make a lot more sense for the Nets to go and take those on. You still get the Lakers first, so maybe you're talking now, instead of Westbrook and 2 firsts or whatever, you're talking, let's say, Evan Fournier, Julius Randle, Derrick Rose, and then maybe a first round. And they give back, Joe Harris, and they give back Kyrie Irving, something like that. So here, you're trading a 3 for 2. So you're getting more depth, you're getting more skill, you're getting guys that can do more for you, along with Kevin Durant and all the other players you have, and you're getting a first round pick. Here you go. That might be a lot more enticing for the Nets in a potential trade. And then Westbrook goes to the Nets, or goes to the Knicks. The Knicks move off of all those salaries. It could be a win-win for everybody, right? If the Nets really don't want anything but, 2 first-round picks from the Lakers, well, maybe they want some of those pieces. Or let's say they don't want, Evan Fournier. Okay, well, the Lakers could take Evan Fournier and give Julius Randle and Derrick Rose and then a first round and maybe like a pick swap. There you go. And it opens the door for more exploration and more possibilities for Kyrie Irving going to the Lakers. Now, a lot of dominoes have to fall in place. First off, Donovan Mitchell going to the Knicks and the Knicks not giving up some of those guys. But it's a positive direction, right, for all parties involved. Worst case scenario, the Lakers move off of Westbrook and they get back some pieces. Julius Randle, although my concern with Julius Randle is like Anthony Davis is probably going to play a bulk of the power force. So is Julius Randle going to be okay with coming off the bench? Or do you start Anthony Davis at the 5, Julius Randle at the 4? I mean, if Julius Randle could get back to being that New York Julius Randle from like 2 seasons ago, then that's a huge home run for the Lakers, right? A guy that was almost a triple-double a night guy, a guy that was just dominant in so many ways. And then he just kind of fell off last year. But if he could get back, that might not be the worst thing in the world for the Lakers. Get a shooter in Evan Fournier, you get a backup point guard in Derrick Rose, that can kind of come in and plug and play. It might not be the worst case scenario if you're the Lakers, if that's the only move, right? But I do think that this would more likely improve the odds of the Lakers landing Kyrie Irving, because now it's not just Russell Westbrook and a first-round pick. It's here's 3 guys that could really help you win and really help you remain competitive, and we'll throw in a first round, and we'll throw in a pick swap and things like that. But as always, this is a discussion, so I want to hear from you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. What do you think about this? Do you think, yes, this is perfect? If the Knicks trade can go through, you get enough assets, now you can go get Kyrie Irving, you can send all 3 and work it out, or you keep one of them, send 2 of them. You can mix and match, whatever works out, whatever the Nets want. At that point, who cares? You're essentially trading Kyrie Irving for Russell Westbrook at that point. Lakers very likely don't have to give up a first-round pick in that deal because you're taking on salary and stuff. So I think it would be a win-win for all sides. Or Lakers, technically, you could give up the 2 first-round picks because you got these guys, right? Get Kyrie Irving, work out a deal to go get Kyrie Irving. You'd have to move some of those guys, but maybe you do something where it's Kendrick Nunn, THT, and like Julius Randle or something like that for Kyrie. Like I said, there's a lot of exploration. There's a lot of different possibilities to which you could kind of make a deal work that is more favorable. And if you're not giving up a pick to the Knicks, maybe you're throwing those 2 first rounds now to the Nets because you got a guy like Evan Fournier who can kind of be your 3-point guy. Maybe you take a shot on Cole Swider, and then maybe you get a Joe Harris or something like that. Or maybe they will give you Seth Curry because you give 2 first-round picks. And maybe you're getting more favorable players, right? Maybe they actually do want a guy like Julius Randle. And it's like, okay, well, if we get Julius Randle and say Derrick Rose and you give us the 2 first-round picks, then yeah, we'll give you Kyrie Irving and we'll give you Seth Curry. You throw in THT or something like that to make the money work, and then boom, there you go. You're off to the races. And now you end up with like Evan Fournier and Kyrie Irving and Seth Curry. Like that's not a bad consolation prize. That might be better than going and moving one of those picks to go get Buddy Hield, because you got Seth Curry, which is going to provide the same thing as Buddy Hield, and you got Evan Fournier, who can be a guy that, yeah, is hot and cold at times, but when he's hot, he's hot. It just gives you that more shooting. But again, what do you feel like? Do you think that this is a huge positive, or do you think, no, it's not going to happen either way? However you feel about it, I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. One last little shameless plug is I did start As It Stands Lakers. It is a channel just like this, dedicated to only the Lakers, because the Lakers are my favorite team. And on this channel, As It Stands, I talk about all teams, all sports, stuff like that. We have football season coming up, so I'm definitely looking forward to that as well. And I just wanted to make a dedicated channel to the Lakers to give the ins and outs. Now, all the big stuff, all the big news and stuff, I will still post here on this channel. But if you want all the ins and outs and just rumors and theories and just discussions just strictly on the Lakers, link down in the description or in the comment section. Go check out the channel, subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. That being said, hit that like button. Helps me out a lot, lets me know you enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, followed by the bell notification. Stay up to date with all things sports. Join this wonderful community and all of our discussions. I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you.